Yesterday, I gave you the framework for your garden's real profit number, and I told you there were 3 sneaky costs that almost everybody forgets to count. Costs that are turning some of you into volunteer gardeners without you even realizing it. Today, we're pulling those 3 out into the open one by one. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly where your money's been going, and probably also where some of your time has been going. So stick with me. This one's a quick win. I'm Michelle. This is day 2 of our 7-day money math week. And if you missed day 1, go back and watch it after this. It's the framework everything else sits on. Real quick before I get into the 3 costs, if you want to make money on seedlings late into the season when most folks have run out of inventory, my Succession Seedling Sale Guide is linked below. Say that 3 times fast. It's how I personally extend my seedling income way past the spring rush. Okay? Let's go. Cost number 1 is time. I'm starting here because this is the one that breaks people. They just won't count it. They say things like, oh, I would be doing this anyway, or I'm retired, my time is free. And I just want to gently challenge that. Your time is indeed not free. It is the most valuable thing you have. And the reason you need to count it is not because you have to pay yourself out of your own bank account. It's because you have to see the number. Here is the test. Pick a crop you grew last year. Add up the hours. Seeding, watering, potting up, moving trays in and out for hardening off, driving to the farmer's market, setting up, tearing down, posting on Facebook Marketplace, answering messages, delivering, all of it. Now multiply those hours by $10. That's below minimum wage in some states, so we're being conservative. If that number is bigger than your profit, you have a problem. Not a moral problem, a business problem. It means that crop is paying you less than $10 an hour to grow it. And that is information. It's a data point. You can decide what to do with that information. Maybe you keep growing it because you love it. Maybe you raise the price. Maybe you decide to stop growing it. But you can't decide any of that if you never counted the hours. Cost number 2, infrastructure. This is the cost of all the stuff you bought to be able to grow seedlings in the first place. Grow lights, shelving, heat mats, trays, greenhouses, hoop houses, bench space, fans, timers, thermometers. Now, you don't pay for all of that every year. Most of those things last several seasons, but every season you use them, a little piece of that cost should get assigned to that season's seedlings. Here's an easy way to do it. Take what you paid for a piece of equipment, divide it by how many seasons you expect to get out of it. That's your annual infrastructure cost for that piece. Add up all those pieces if you've got your annual and you've got your total annual infrastructure cost. Spread that across all your seedling totals and you've got a per seedling infrastructure cost. I know this sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It's 20 minutes one time, and then you can have a real number that you can use forever. And cost number 3, the sneaky stuff. This is the bucket that catches everything else, and it's bigger than people think. Packaging, tags, markers, Sharpies, signage, folding tables, square reader fees, credit card processing. Heck, that's about 2.6 to 2.9% of every sale right there. Bags to carry seedlings to people's cars, receipt paper, the gas you spent driving to Lowe's for one more bag of soil because you ran out, water, marketing. Even if it's free, your time spent doing it is a cost we just talked about. Insurance if you've got it. None of these costs are huge on their own, but added together, they can easily be 10, 15, 20% of your revenue. And if you ignore them, your profit number is a lie. Now, I know that was a lot, and you might be sitting there thinking, okay, Michelle, but how do I actually turn this into a single number per seedling? Like, what does one tomato seedling actually cost me to grow when I add all of this up? Well, that's exactly what tomorrow's video is about. Day 3, what one seedling really costs. We're walking through it together with real numbers. So put that away for tomorrow and remember, now your homework for tonight is to take those categories you wrote down yesterday and add these 3 to the list. Time, infrastructure, and sneaky stuff. You don't have to put numbers next to them just yet. Just add them to your list. Tomorrow, we're going to add it all up. And tomorrow, I'm walking through exactly what one seedling costs me to grow, from seed to sale, with every cost we just talked about included. And the number is going to surprise some of you because it's going to be higher than you think. But I'm also going to show you why that's good news for your pricing. Day 3 drops tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed and that the bell is on. You don't want to miss the actual math. And while you're down there, clicking that subscribe button, the link for the Succession Seedling Sale Guide is right there in the description. If you want to sell when nobody else is selling, that's the move. And again, as always, I know you could have been anywhere today, but you chose to be here with me, and I really appreciate it. Bye for now.